So today we're talking about how do linear slides work, and then how do you apply those concepts to a continuous loop system that is a belt-driven linear slide. So when we look at a continuously belt-driven system here, you've got your two endpoints for your belt. Your endpoint wraps around your pulley, up through a tensioner, through this pulley, up and around, up and over this pulley, up and over this pulley, up and over this pulley, until it gets finally continuously clamped on here. So this is a continuous or a looped system. I've got this set up on two sets of linear slides here. So I have one set down here and one set up above. And as you notice when I bring these out, that the bottom system is going to extend itself fully first. And then once the bottom has reached max extension, then the top is going to go ahead and extend itself back out. As I pull them back here, my bottom stage is going to reverse itself in first, and then my top stage is going to finish itself back off. In comparison, when we look at a strung slide, we've got our extension string in gray and our retraction string in black. So with our extension string, as I wind up the motor, the extension string is pulling and starting to wind around the pulley. The retraction string is letting go or letting out some of its cable. And as that goes around, it starts to pull itself around, and we're pulling through our system, pulling through our system, pulling through, pulling through, pulling through, pulling through, until we get to the last system in the chain where we're going to pull. And as I keep pulling and as I keep stretching, eventually we get to the point where we get to max extension on our slides, where we can't go any further. And then the opposite side, as I start to turn it the other way, I start to wrap the retraction string around, which is pulling on this system, pulling on the black string, pulling on the black string, pulling on the black string, all the way up, pulling on the black string, until I get onto this spring that's pulling on. And then I keep rotating around, and it's letting out the extension string as I'm pulling up. So while a belted side system could be a little bit harder to understand in how it works, well, it looks like it shouldn't. Effectively, it does the exact same thing as a strung slide. It's just a little bit more complex in its understanding. So I hope that helped you in understanding how a belted slide worked, and best of luck on your next robotics project.